She try to be nosy and hit on my ass. She like, girl, you can get. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue punts. Whole team counting, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counting, that's a big number. Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the big skin when he stretch a disc. And I'm talking a few $100,000 charge, you just on your fifth grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, runners and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on that.
Testing.
She wanna hit like me 'cause I know she can count it out. She try to be nosy and hit on my ass. She like, girl, you can get. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep us.
Alright. Now we can roll. Alright, so like I was saying, welcome back to the channel. As you can hear, we're about to play some Madden, so we're gonna do preseason week 2.
Entering, attention pop-up view. Entering main menu screen Superstar X Factors.
Get back over here to
Franchise.
where we need to be.
Franchise pop-up menu. You have 3 options. Continue playing is selected.
Now, you watch the video that
Entering
I did
franchise
about
has
Go
3
ahead and
things to
select
do.
Advance Week to get to your next game.
lost to the Raiders by 1 point. It was a really good game. So this week, I'm gonna try to get that W.
Advance week. U-Box score is select. Advance week. Advance week. Things to do. You have 2 options. Next week is selected.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Alright.
Start weekly training. View message. All mentorship is selected. Start weekly. Play preseason game is selected. Things to do. You have 4 options. Skip simulate training. Start training. Skip start training. Skip simulate training. Play fence only. Play full game. Entering team select screen. The Los Angeles Rams, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see 4th-year quarterback Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys as they match up with Jared Goff in the NFC champion LA Rams.
Cowboys.
I'll talk to you again at halftime. But for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL
Might
brings
be
us
a
to the
good
city
game.
of
I don't
Angels,
know.
Los Angeles, California. The city of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that,
these
coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
People usually say preseason don't matter when they lose, but when they win, they're like, heck yeah. Alright. Booting it off.
Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys take over with their 4th-year quarterback, Dak Prescott, at the helm. The passing yards a career high last year, close to 3,900, but protection was a problem for Dak Prescott. His 56 sacks taken were one fewer than his previous 2 years combined.
I would say he got some problem with protection. You know what? But that's just like I was talking about last video when we played the Raiders. When I was talking about Goff, who is the Rams quarterback. You know, they talk about how he is, you know, he's got protection problems, but he doesn't have, you know, he doesn't get sacked. So it's like, you know, that doesn't add up. Now this guy's got protection problems.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
Ezekiel Elliott is pretty good.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
His
the starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
Clay Matthews is an absolute force. Multiple Pro Bowls as an outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
I wouldn't have no problem with adding some more sacks on his record. So let's see what we can do.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Nice. They're way behind the chains.
Prescott
well, I
from
want
the
to keep
gun.
them all game behind the chains.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams.
Let's go, JoJo.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Rams now under their 33-year-old head coach, Sean McVay. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Yeah, he needs to get some improvement.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. On the ball.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley.
Oh,
he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
Todd Gurley is the all-around, do-everything running back for the Los Angeles Rams. And in the last 2 seasons, has led the NFL in touchdowns and was in the top 4 in yards from scrimmage. The 2017 NFL Offensive Player of the Year.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Great job, D. Great job.
And now the defense for Dallas.
And there's linebacker Leighton Vander Esch, who was so impressive as a rookie in 2018. Many thought Dallas should have opted to pick a wide receiver at that spot. Turns out they made the absolute correct choice. A 2018 Pro Bowler who's only going to get better.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
No. They're going to rush.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I knew it.
It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Austin. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On the stop was Aaron Donald. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory.
Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards.
Damn.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. It's hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Yep.
Now Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
kick a field goal. Too close.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. No score after one on EA Sports.
Brett Maher on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
32 yards.
The kick by Maher is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him person.
Now a hit and a loose football.
No.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Draw play, Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Lead that fool fumbled it down. Ball. Ugh. Terrible.
Now Prescott. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
All right.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye.
Yes,
Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 67 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
All right. He's a little bit better now, but not by much, though. Because all I got to do is score, and they'll be out ahead again. So I got to stop them and then put some more points on the board. And I can relax.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Or maybe the defense will get another interception.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him. But he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yep.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
All right, we got to go back down here. Some more points on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
And don't fumble the damn ball.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Let's get off the field.
From the 36, Goff. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
So I should probably kick it. I'm thinking I can throw it, but he ain't doing too well, so
here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
No time.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The last of our 5 games here on this second Saturday of preseason action. 2 more games coming up tomorrow on national television. Saints and Chargers, followed by Seahawks, Vikings, and then our first Monday night game of the year, the 49ers and Broncos from Denver. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
You get some of these points on the board.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
That's pretty good. 6-yard pickup.
Again, it's Henderson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. And they'll try the jet sweep here. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First throw now for the backup Bortles. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second down, it's Henderson. Stays on his feet. Spins past him.
Yep.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1.
Come on now.
This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Yeah, that was the first one. It didn't even sound like he caught the ball.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit the tackle to Chris Covington, 6th-round pick in 2018.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
48 for Mike. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Henderson. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball.
Right.
But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Henderson will try and run for the first.
Yep.
And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
You can run it right into the damn end zone.
They'll run here with Henderson and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
See if I can throw it maybe to a tight end or something.
On 3rd down, it's Brown. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And Zerline's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, rush.
Come on now.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This to Jarwin, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
Doing better
Down
on
he
passing.
goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Keep trying to run it.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Except for that interception.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Rush. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin.
Wow.
He'll take it into the end zone for a
He's like
Cowboy
open,
touchdown.
and for some reason, nobody was covering the tight end.
Grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Marr on for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ready, ready.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Bortles. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. It fights him off. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off?
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10. And
entering, call timeout.
mark him at the 5. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. He's back to throw, and the Rams with a score, touchdown. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Oh, wide open, complete.
What?
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Wow.
Cedric Wilson
in
the
the
final
world?
minute. And they have
What the freaking
Entering. Pause.
defense?
Call timeout.
taken the lead here in the final minute. Now the Rams will signal for
Terrible.
a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Wow.
Marr now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Horrible.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Entering. Pause. Call timeout.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Earlier. But whatever.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield.
Like,
instead, it happens in
nobody
the
was
offensive
around
backfield,
that guy.
and that's your ball game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
So there you have it.
With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.
Week 2. Got another L on the record. But there's always next week, so see if
Post-game report player stats.
if I can get something next week.
Finished game. Player stats. Finished game.
But usually experience points I got on my players real quick. So that's another thing that's pretty dope about
Entering
Madden
XP feedback screen, you have 24 options. Game day goals is selected.
Is accessible.
Entering player upgrades screen, you have 4 options. Samson Aducam is selected.
Every time you play, each, like your players get a certain amount of experience points, and then you can spend them.
Austin Crowell, Kevin Peterson, JoJo Natson.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do something with this dude. So JoJo is the punt returner, and he's pretty much the returner. So.
Slot, deep threat, slot, physical, route runner, physical, slot, deep threat,
So
slot, physical.
I think I'm gonna pick physical. That way he can take a little bit more hits. Because fumbling the ball, that's not where it's at.
View in-depth chart. Goals. Entering my goals screen. 100. 1000 season rec yards X. 1000 season rec yards XP reward. 335 legacy score reward. 25. 100 season cap. Entering XP feedback screen, you have 3 options. Kevin Peterson is selected. Zone. Slot. Zone. Man to man. Zone.
Upgrade his zone coverage.
Samson Abukam.
Defense. Samson Abukam.
Front stopper. Speed rusher.
That speed rush will help Aaron Donald, since they're both on defense, and Aaron Donald is like a beast, and so is Samson Abukam. But let's see about
View in depth chart. Goals.
upgrading them so that they can play better on defense, because that defense is horrible. Like, oh my goodness, it's horrible.
View in depth chart. Goals. View in depth chart. Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do. Upgrade players. Training complete. Upgrade player.
Now let's take a
U-Box
minute to
score
see
is
how you
selected.
can improve your team.
Advance week. U-Box score is selected. Upgrade players.
See what this
Entering
is.
player upgrades screen. Austin Prohl is selected.
First of the month, I'm a running back. Same day, why I'm a running back. Friday, payday, running back. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back.
Keep threat.
Then run it back.
Slot.
Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Keep threat. Route runner. Physical.
Calling. Let me click over real quick. The
Route runner.
talk it. Ooh, Pac-Man. Talking. I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when I'm
Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do.
that's facts. The money low, I'm a grand.
U-Box score is selected. Advance week. Improved team.
I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window?
Entering acquisition
You have
screen.
grades for each position that range from A to F.
Will make you up like a limbo. She said she not a she ain't
Browse available players to improve your team.
like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that?
You have three options. Trade for player is selected. Not interested.
My bad.
Trade for player.
I'm a running back.
You have three options. Trade for player is selected. You have three options. Sign free agent is selected. You have three options. Sign free agent is selected.
I'm not gonna sign nobody, I don't think.
Not interested. You have three options. Trade for player. Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do.
Alright.
U-Box score is selected. Training complete. Entering Cowboys Rams screen. You have three options. Free practice is selected. Entering
Alright.
franchise hub screen. Things to do. U-Box score is advance week. Improved team.
I just got bags from Prada.
Entering warning pop-up. Are you sure you want to quit franchise mode? No.
I don't got beers
Just like it.
Only got real ones round 'em.
Advance the week.
Advance. Improved team. Advance week. Things to do. You have two options. Next week is selected.
These racks up, 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter.
Play preseason game is selected. Start weekly training.
Build a day and they my last one.
Play improved team. Start weekly training.
Alright.
Entering warning pop-up. Are you
We're
sure
gonna
you want
leave
to
it.
quit franchise? Yes.
We're gonna leave it like that for now. So,
Entering main menu screen. Subscribe
next
now.
video, we will go
Franchise.
and play week 3. Preseason week 3. See who we face. So, thanks for chilling and hanging out. I'm your boy Blind OG, Blind Ohio Gamer. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that like button, And I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Broadcast tab, 5 of 8. Oh, communication tab, 1 new, 6 of 8. Chat, button, 1 of 4. Capture and share tab, 7. Start recording. Capture screenshot, broadcasting, live on Mixer, button, 4 of overlay 1. Window, stop broadcast, button.